What happens when one shocking family argument sends the entire internet into detective mode? That is exactly what happened after Tamar Braxton, Toni Braxton, and Toni Braxton found themselves at the center of another explosive public confrontation. A heated exchange quickly turned into viral headlines, emotional reactions, and countless online theories that spread faster than the facts. While some fans rushed to believe every rumor, others questioned whether years of unresolved family pain had finally reached a breaking point. As Tamar Braxton strongly denied the most sensational claims, Toni Braxton stood by her words, and Toni Braxton once again became the focus of intense public speculation. So, what actually happened, and what was simply fueled by internet gossip? Today, we're separating verified events from online rumors while uncovering the decades of family tension that made this Braxton controversy one of the most talked about celebrity stories in recent memory. The tension inside the Braxton family did not explode overnight. Long before the latest viral argument had fans picking sides, cracks had already formed beneath the surface. For years, Tamar Braxton and Toni Braxton had developed a reputation for speaking their minds, and whenever Tamar Braxton and Toni Braxton appeared together, viewers expected sparks to fly. But this time, even longtime fans admitted that the confrontation felt different. The emotions looked deeper, the words sounded more personal, and the reactions from everyone involved suggested that years of unresolved issues had finally reached a breaking point. The latest exchange between Tamar Braxton and Toni Braxton quickly spread across social media, with short clips circulating faster than anyone could explain the full context. One moment Tamar Braxton was accusing Toni Braxton of taking advantage of her financially, and the next moment Toni Braxton fired back with accusations that completely changed the direction of the conversation. Instead of discussing money, the argument suddenly became about loyalty, trust, and old family secrets that many fans had never heard before. What shocked viewers the most was not simply the argument itself. Reality television has shown the Braxton sisters disagreeing many times over the years. The surprise came from how personal the accusations became. Tamar Braxton appeared genuinely caught off guard as Toni Braxton challenged her in front of cameras. Whether every statement made during the heated exchange was accurate remains unclear, but the emotional impact was impossible to ignore. As the argument continued, Tamar Braxton insisted that she had supported Toni Braxton financially in the past. Tamar Braxton claimed she had even helped Toni Braxton during difficult periods, referencing financial assistance connected to Toni Braxton's home. Those remarks immediately sparked renewed discussion online because public financial records had previously shown that Toni Braxton experienced significant financial challenges. Fans quickly began debating whether Tamar Braxton's comments reflected genuine frustration or whether they were simply emotional statements made during a heated family dispute. Rather than denying every accusation immediately, Toni Braxton responded by bringing up issues from the past that had little to do with money. That unexpected shift instantly changed the mood. Instead of talking about finances, viewers suddenly found themselves watching two sisters expose years of buried resentment. It became obvious that the disagreement had roots stretching back much further than the moment shown on television. Throughout the confrontation, Tamar Braxton repeatedly defended herself, arguing that she had always tried to help her family despite their disagreements. Tamar Braxton appeared frustrated that her generosity was being overlooked while old grievances continued to resurface. Meanwhile, Toni Braxton seemed equally convinced that Tamar Braxton had hurt members of the family in ways that had never been fully addressed. The emotional weight of the conversation also drew attention to Toni Braxton, even though Toni Braxton was not directly participating in every moment of the exchange. Because Toni Braxton has long been viewed as the family's biggest star, many fans immediately wondered how Toni Braxton might feel watching such serious accusations involving people closest to her. Across social media, countless viewers questioned whether Toni Braxton had already heard these stories privately or whether the televised confrontation was as surprising for Toni Braxton as it appeared to be for the audience. That uncertainty fueled endless speculation online. Some viewers believed the argument reflected years of unresolved family pain finally reaching the surface. Others argued that reality television naturally amplifies conflict because emotional moments attract attention and keep audiences invested. Without confirmation from everyone involved, separating genuine family history from emotionally charged television moments remains difficult. One thing that almost everyone agreed on, however, was that the Braxton family's relationships have become increasingly complicated over the years. From disagreements about careers to conflicts over finances, communication, and personal loyalty, each season has revealed another layer of tension. Tamar Braxton has often spoken openly about feeling misunderstood, while Toni Braxton has expressed frustration about carrying emotional burdens that viewers rarely see. Toni Braxton, meanwhile, has frequently found herself caught between maintaining peace and protecting her own privacy. As clips from the confrontation continued circulating, fans dissected every facial expression, every pause, and every emotional reaction. Some defended Tamar Braxton, arguing that emotional arguments often produce exaggerated statements. Others sided with Toni Braxton, believing that years of bottled-up emotions had finally erupted. Still others felt sympathy for Toni Braxton, recognizing how painful it must be to watch family disagreements become public entertainment. By the time the conversation ended, very few questions had actually been answered. Instead, the confrontation left viewers wondering whether the sisters could ever fully rebuild the trust that once seemed to define their family. Whatever the truth behind every accusation may be, one thing became unmistakably clear. Beneath the headlines and viral clips lies a family still struggling with old wounds that cameras alone cannot heal. The fallout from the confrontation did not end when the cameras stopped rolling. Instead, the conversation surrounding Tamar Braxton, Toni Braxton, and Toni Braxton only became louder as clips from the exchange spread across social media. Within hours, thousands of fans were replaying the argument frame by frame, trying to determine whether Tamar Braxton had been unfairly attacked or whether Toni Braxton had finally reached her breaking point after years of holding back. Regardless of which side viewers supported, almost everyone agreed that this was one of the most emotional moments the Braxton family had shared in public. As discussions continued online, many fans noticed how quickly the original disagreement shifted away from finances and into questions of loyalty. That change alone suggested there were deeper issues beneath the surface. Tamar Braxton repeatedly defended herself, insisting that she had supported members of her family through difficult periods and that her intentions had often been misunderstood. Meanwhile, Toni Braxton appeared determined to challenge Tamar Braxton's version of events, making it clear that old frustrations had not disappeared simply because time had passed. The argument also reignited conversations about the complicated history viewers had watched unfold over the years on television. Since the early seasons of Braxton Family Values, Tamar Braxton had often been portrayed as outspoken, emotional, and unpredictable. Those qualities made Tamar Braxton one of the show's biggest personalities, but they also placed Tamar Braxton at the center of many family disagreements. Whether discussing careers, relationships, or business decisions, Tamar Braxton rarely stayed silent when something bothered her. At the same time, Toni Braxton developed a reputation for trying to keep peace within the family, even though Toni Braxton occasionally found herself pulled into conflicts she may have preferred to avoid. Over the years, viewers watched Toni Braxton support different sisters during different disagreements, which sometimes led fans to accuse Toni Braxton of taking sides. Those perceptions only added another layer of complexity whenever Toni Braxton and Tamar Braxton disagreed publicly. Of course, no discussion about the Braxton family feels complete without mentioning Toni Braxton. As the oldest sister and the family's biggest recording star, Toni Braxton has often been viewed as the person everyone else naturally looks toward. That public image has placed enormous pressure on Toni Braxton, who has frequently found herself balancing her own successful career while also navigating complicated family relationships. Even when Toni Braxton chooses not to comment publicly, many fans still wonder what Toni Braxton is thinking whenever another family conflict becomes headline news. One reason these disagreements resonate with audiences is because they rarely appear manufactured. Unlike many reality television disputes that disappear after a single episode, conflicts involving Tamar Braxton, Towanda Braxton, and Toni Braxton often seem connected to years of shared history. Childhood memories, career opportunities, financial struggles, and personal disappointments all appear to shape how the sisters communicate with one another today. That history gives every disagreement emotional weight beyond the immediate argument. Social media only intensified those emotions. Some fans defended Tamar Braxton, arguing that Tamar Braxton has always been brutally honest, even when her words create controversy. Others believed Towanda Braxton had every right to express years of bottled-up frustration. A third group sympathized most with Toni Braxton, suggesting that Toni Braxton has repeatedly been placed in uncomfortable positions whenever family disagreements spill into public view. Entertainment blogs and online commentators quickly joined the discussion, analyzing body language, facial expressions, and past interviews in an attempt to understand what really happened behind closed doors. Still, many observers reminded audiences that edited television clips rarely capture every detail of a complicated family relationship. Emotions run high during filming, conversations are condensed, and viewers often see only a small portion of much longer discussions. Another interesting aspect of the controversy was how differently each sister communicates. Tamar Braxton tends to react immediately and emotionally, often saying exactly what is on her mind. Towanda Braxton, on the other hand, sometimes appears more measured before responding, although even Towanda Braxton reaches moments where years of frustration become impossible to hide. Toni Braxton generally maintains a quieter public presence during family disputes, but that silence often leads fans to speculate about what Toni Braxton may be feeling privately. As the days passed, conversations gradually shifted away from the specific accusations and toward a larger question. Can the Braxton sisters truly heal after so many years of public disagreements? Viewers have watched these women celebrate successes together, comfort one another through tragedies, and support each other during health scares. Those heartfelt moments remind fans that despite the arguments, genuine love still exists within the family. At the same time, repeated conflicts continue to test that bond in ways that become increasingly difficult to ignore. Perhaps that explains why audiences remain invested after all these years. The story of Tamar Braxton, Towanda Braxton, and Toni Braxton is not simply about celebrity headlines. It is about siblings trying to balance fame, family, personal ambition, and painful memories while millions of people watch from the outside. Every disagreement reopens old wounds, every reconciliation offers new hope, and every emotional conversation leaves viewers wondering whether lasting peace is finally possible, or whether another chapter of the family's complicated story is still waiting to unfold. By the time the headlines began to slow down, one thing had become impossible to ignore. The public argument had grown far beyond a single heated exchange. For Tamar Braxton, Towanda Braxton, and Toni Braxton, the conversation had evolved into something much larger than one emotional moment. Fans were no longer debating only what had been said. They were questioning whether the trust between the Braxton sisters had been damaged beyond repair. For years, the Braxton family built a brand around honesty, humor, music, and sisterhood. Viewers watched Toni Braxton celebrate career milestones while Tamar Braxton, Toni Braxton, Toni Braxton, and Tracy Braxton each shared their own personal journeys. That openness helped audiences feel connected to the family. However, the same transparency that attracted millions of viewers also meant every disagreement became public, making forgiveness much harder than it might have been behind closed doors. Many longtime supporters pointed out that this was never just about one argument. Instead, they believed the confrontation reflected years of unresolved misunderstandings. Tamar Braxton has often spoken about feeling misunderstood by both the public and people closest to her. Throughout different interviews, Tamar Braxton has described the emotional pressure that comes with living life in front of cameras. Every emotional reaction becomes a headline, every disagreement becomes a trending topic, and every mistake is replayed repeatedly online. At the same time, Toni Braxton has also shared how difficult it can be to balance loyalty to family with personal emotions. When viewers watch only a few edited minutes of a much longer conversation, they naturally fill in the missing pieces themselves. That has created countless theories about what may have happened behind the scenes. While fans continue speculating, only Tamar Braxton, Toni Braxton, Toni Braxton, and the people closest to them truly know everything that has taken place within the family over the years. Another factor that continues to shape public opinion is the absence of Tracy Braxton. Since Tracy Braxton's passing, many fans have reflected on the importance of family unity. Looking back at older interviews and episodes, viewers often notice moments where Tracy Braxton tried to bring laughter into difficult situations. Because of that, many supporters have expressed hope that the remaining sisters eventually find common ground despite their differences. Meanwhile, Toni Braxton continues to occupy a unique position within the family. As the eldest sister and the most recognizable star, Toni Braxton is often expected to lead during moments of crisis. That expectation is not always fair. Like every member of the family, Toni Braxton has faced personal challenges, health struggles, and career pressures. Yet many fans still look toward Toni Braxton whenever disagreements erupt, hoping that Toni Braxton can somehow restore peace. For Tamar Braxton, the public scrutiny remains relentless. Supporters argue that Tamar Braxton's outspoken personality is exactly what made audiences connect with her in the first place. Critics, however, believe that emotional reactions sometimes create misunderstandings that become difficult to undo. Regardless of which opinion fans hold, there is little doubt that Tamar Braxton remains one of the most talked about members of the family. The larger lesson may have nothing to do with celebrity at all. Families everywhere experience disagreements, hurt feelings, and moments where emotions boil over. The difference is that most families resolve those conflicts privately. The Braxton sisters have had to navigate those same emotions while millions of viewers, entertainment blogs, and social media users analyze every word they say. That level of attention can make even the smallest misunderstanding feel much bigger than it really is. Looking ahead, many fans hope the family chooses healing over conflict. The sisters have overcome enormous obstacles together throughout their lives. They have celebrated chart-topping successes, supported each other through illnesses, mourned heartbreaking losses, and built careers that few families could ever imagine. Those shared experiences are powerful reminders that their story has always been about more than arguments. Whether reconciliation happens soon or takes years remains uncertain. Relationships built over decades are rarely repaired overnight, especially when disagreements unfold in public. What matters most is whether Tamar Braxton, Toni Braxton, Toni Braxton, Toni Braxton, and the rest of the family eventually find a way to communicate without allowing old wounds to define every new conversation. As viewers, it is also worth remembering that television captures only part of any family story. Public clips, interviews, and social media posts rarely reveal the full picture. While speculation may dominate online discussions, the complete truth often remains known only to the people who lived those experiences. Until the sisters choose to share more, much of what fans debate will remain exactly that, speculation. One thing is certain, though. The Braxton family continues to fascinate audiences because their story is deeply human. Behind the fame, the music, and the reality television moments are sisters who have spent a lifetime loving, challenging, supporting, and sometimes hurting one another. Whether this latest chapter ultimately becomes another painful memory or the beginning of genuine reconciliation is a question that only Tamar Braxton, Toni Braxton, Toni Braxton, and their family can answer. What do you think about everything that happened between Tamar Braxton, Toni Braxton, and Toni Braxton? Do you believe this family can eventually move past years of public disagreements, or do you think some wounds are simply too deep to heal? We'd love to hear your perspective, so share your thoughts respectfully in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Braxton family story, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss our latest celebrity documentaries and entertainment breakdowns. We cover the biggest stories, the most talked about interviews, and the moments everyone is discussing, always separating documented events from online speculation whenever possible. Turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when our next video drops, because the world of celebrity entertainment never stays quiet for long, and we'll be here to break down every major development with you.